At the concert, Gary Imlach now reports.
The signs of a successful sellout were there long before concert time. As thousands of fans queued for the first of 3 live dates, the only spare seats were the ones outside in the car park, which had been removed to make way for the court of Prince Rogers Nelson. For those lucky enough to have tickets, the first royal visit to Britain in 5 years was the subject of great anticipation.
Well, it better be good, because I bought 2 tickets, you see, for both nights.
Well, I've seen him in concert on television, and I expect something like that. I expect him to be really, really good.
He's sometimes a bit naughty on stage, isn't he?
I don't know, I've heard he is.
In fact, the star of Purple Rain has been a little bit blue in the past, going on stage in nothing but women's underwear. He's even said he'd perform naked if it was legal. But the royal limousine showed a different side of Prince's personality.
Prince may be happy to prance about naked on stage, but off stage he likes his privacy. In fact, it's rumoured that he doesn't even like his fans looking at him when he's not performing, hence the tinted windows.
He needn't have worried about the fans gathered outside the security gates, though. They were waiting for someone else.
Duran.
At a Prince concert?
Yeah.
What's the matter? Don't you like Prince?
No, I hate him.
He's all right.
What are Duran doing here?
They come to see him. They got bad taste.
Inside Wembley, that sort of talk would have been treason. The crowd were royalists to a fan, and Prince, surprisingly respectable in a yellow suit, was in majestic form.
Yeah, told me several times that he didn't like my kind. Sounds a bit too easily. Come on, y'all.
George Michael was present at the last of Prince's recent Wembley sellout dates, but it was the Prince himself who stole the show with a series of after-gig celebrations, and the people attending, well, it was like a who's who of rock and roll.
You know this song? Come on, say it. Work it. To Mr. McGee, yes. Told me several times that he didn't like my kind. Sounds a bit too easily, yeah. Sweet behind midnight, something. Every day before. Say it. Yes, you did. Everybody, rock these walls.
Prince's new film, Under the Cherry Moon, opened in London this very week.
Prince there with a song that's one of the best moments from his new movie, Under the Cherry Moon. In it, he plays Christopher Tracy, a gigolo working the glamorous resorts of the south of France. And in spite of his weedy physique, naff hairstyle and quite appalling wardrobe, he's doing quite well in his chosen profession, having won the affections of the beautiful Francesca Annis as Mrs. Wellington. Here he is with his partner in crime, Tricky, played by Jerome Benton of The Revolution, charming the pants off their landlady. Christopher sets his sights on a beautiful young heiress, Mary Sharon, played by Kristin Scott Thomas. Before long, she has fallen under his spell, and he finds that he's genuinely drawn to her, and not just to her multi-million-dollar fortune. Her parents oppose the romance. Well, most dads would be pretty unimpressed with a potential son-in-law who lives off women and tends to swan around looking like an overpainted June bride. But not all of them would turn as nasty as Mary's dad, who's played by Stephen Burkoff, my favourite screen villain. He turns in his usual high-class performance, in spite of being saddled with a sort of dialogue that must have reduced him to either tears or hysterical laughter when he first read the script. Anyway, back to the young lovers. Here they are at their first meeting in the grounds of Mary's dad's villa. Sparkling stuff, eh? The black and white film, the romantic settings and the extravagant costumes all suggest the kind of Hollywood romantic comedies that Prince is paying homage to, but Carole Lombard never had to speak lines as clumsy and obvious as these. Occasional moments of music and comedy brighten things up along the way, but much of the movie is simply embarrassing. There's one really funny scene in the restaurant where Christopher plays piano in the evenings, in which he and Tricky send up Mary quite unmercifully. And when the punchline hits home, you laugh quite hard and resolve to give the film another chance, but then it just gets lame and silly again. Oh well, here's our little American gigolo and his posh friend enjoying a burn-up. Under the Cherry Moon really is an object lesson to rock stars who want to do drama as well. Brilliant musical talent, stars in movie, playing himself, that's Purple Rain of course. Film is a big success and he decides that he knows all there is to know about movie making now. So he undertakes something far more ambitious and utterly unsuitable, hires a hopeless scriptwriter, then fires the director and decides to direct the thing himself. End result, an embarrassing flop, second only to McCartney's Give My Regards to Broad Street in the self-indulgence stakes. In fact, the only interesting thing about it, really, apart from the music, is the insight that it may offer into some of Prince's own fantasies. Of course, he's a brilliant live rock performer. Having seen him recently in London, I wouldn't take any of that away from him. But Orson Welles, he ain't. And I reckon he should stick to doing what he does best.